everyone, coming to you from my lunch break because I need to re-record this video as I found an audio issue when I went to edit yesterday, which would have been helpful to know before I recorded part 2 because I could have done something then. But anyway, here we are, so let's talk about John Leguizamo. Okay, so this is the most ambitious project I have made in all my movie projects because, as the name of it suggests, there's 100 films in this project, and I have watched 16 of them, and I am just doing this catch up to get up to date. So this kind of came about, I guess, organically over years. John is one of those actors that has been in tons of things, and he was someone that I just started going, oh hey, it's that guy, every time he popped up in something I was watching. And after a while I looked up what his name was, so I could at least say his name instead of that guy when he turned up in something. And just over time I just started to really think that I really liked him and wanted to watch more things he'd been in. And then when I looked at his filmography, I realized just how many things he's been in, and also that considering that he started acting in the 80s in movies, there's quite a lot available, which doesn't always happen when you get sort of pre-2000s. And then, yes, I just realized I could throw together 100. That's a nice, massive round number. And I thought I'd watch them in chronological order to just, sort of follow the journey. So it's not all his films, but there's surprisingly few that have been impossible to find. Some don't appear to exist in any way that I could discover. And there is some that are available on DVD through places like eBay, but overseas. And it's sort of like, hey, you can get the DVD for $30 and then pay $60 postage. And that's ridiculous. So yes, I've swapped out a few, I've got a few gaps, but yes, I have 100 films. So I'm just gonna start and do a quick catch up of the 16 I have watched so far, and then it will be sort of more as I go, going ahead. And I'm not sure if I will do one movie per video or group them. I guess it depends what I'm watching, and if I have anything to say about them, I'll group them. If not, but anyway, he had an interesting start to the movies that he was in as far as directors go, because the first thing that he appeared in was a Paul Morrissey film, who you may be familiar with Flesh for Frankenstein and the excellent Blood for Dracula. So this movie, though, Mixed Blood, is quite different. This came out in 1984, and it's about a couple of rival gangs who sell drugs, and just following them fighting for the territory. And it's a weird film. It has a strange tone. Early on in the movie, there's some really jaunty music while a teenager is just casually thrown off a building. So things like that. There's questionable acting. But it still has a lot of charm, so I still did kind of enjoy it. John in this is a weird thing. I had read beforehand that he was one of the basketball players, and if I didn't know he was one of the basketball players, I probably wouldn't have spotted him, partially because I had to find this on YouTube and it was not great quality, but it was just flashes, and I don't know if he appears anywhere else because he is in the end credits. Not as a character, but there was just a group of names and he was there. So I don't know if he popped up in the background anywhere else and I just didn't notice. But yes, that was the first one. Then in 1989, he appeared in Casualties of War, directed by Brian De Palma. And this one is a big jump because he's a supporting character in this. And I have to say, this is the favorite of the 16 from this project that I have watched so far. This is based on a true story, which also makes it more of a tense watch. Set during the Vietnam War, these guys are they have to go off to another place, and there's like 4 of them, and the leader, played by Sean Penn, who you may be surprised or not surprised to hear is playing an absolutely awful person, and doing it so well, as he always does. So he says, oh, when we're heading out, we should go to the village nearby and get one of the women to entertain us while we are on our way to this other place. And Michael J. Fox is one of the other guys. He thinks he's joking, and but then they leave and go to the village and get a girl. And so you're following them sort of on the journey of what is Michael J. Fox going to do? What's his character going to do to try and help her? And, you know, yes. So you've also got John C. Reilly as one of the other guys. And then John turns up as he's a new guy, just come in to join them before they set off. So yes, you're just following these 4 guys with this woman and what happens. And it's the movie that I just kept finding myself like leaning forward on my seat, just riveted by what was on the screen and what was going to happen. And then I would realize, and I'd be like, hey, it's a movie, relax, sit back. And then shortly after I would be leaning forward again, because it was just that kind of movie. So very enjoyable, I would recommend. But yes, it's like a war film, but it's not specifically on the war, but still, as with a lot of war films, hard to watch. Then we go on to 1990 with Revenge, directed by Tony Scott. This stars Kevin Costner, and he has been with the Navy, I think it is, and he has just I don't know if he's retired or he's finished up there, and he's decided to go on a big holiday, and he's going to go to Mexico, where a dodgy businessman lives, and then he falls in love with that guy's wife. And I had high hopes for this, but I wasn't overly into it. I thought it was fairly average, sadly. So John just turns up in the last 20 minutes or so, and he's a character who is a man of few words, so he doesn't speak a lot. And yeah, it was fun enough. It was on my list already because I'd heard things about it, so it was 2 ticks, this project. And I also do like Kevin Costner, so it's another tick off his filmography as well. And movie number 4, which is the last one I'm going to talk about in this video, is Die Hard 2, which I am not sure if I have seen since I was a kid. I couldn't really remember it, but it did seem vaguely familiar. But yes, I've seen the first Die Hard lots of times. Die Hard 3 I need to revisit, but I do remember going to the cinema to see that one. That was the first Die Hard film that I saw. So number 2 is based in an airport, and terrorists have taken over. They've stopped the air traffic control. There's a plane circling above that might run out of fuel if nothing can happen soon. And John McClane's wife is on that plane, so he's all caught up in it because he was at the airport to meet her. And yeah, you know what you're getting with a Die Hard film. It's fun. It's a nice afternoon movie. And John is just one of the henchmen with the bad guys that take over. So he's, looking at some radar, rolling out some plans, that kind of thing. Possibly brings a cup of tea at one stage. They are trying to get some criminal into the country or something. So they've taken over the airport. I don't remember the details. It's been a while since I watched it. But yes, that was quite fun. So that is the first 4. And yes, I will continue the catch up in the next video, which will be out soon. And yes, there's a lot of movies in this project that I have not seen. There's a bunch I have seen that some I'm looking forward to revisiting, some it's been a while, like Romeo and Juliet, I don't think I have watched since the 90s. Some I'm not so much looking forward to, like The Happening, because I was not overly a fan the first time around. That's yes, but there's a while till I get to that. So yes, if you are a fan of any John Leguizamo films, then I will be talking about them at some stage, most likely, because I think the ones I can't find are obviously the more obscure ones that are around, and I'm hoping to find some gems, as I have found with a lot of actors that I've delved into their filmography, especially people like Brad Dourif, who have just done all kinds of random things, and so I hope to find some great gems in this list. Casualties of War was a good find, not a hidden gem, but just one I hadn't got to, so I'm happy to have watched that now. And yes, I will finish here. I will quickly grab some lunch and get back to work, and I will get this out soon because it's bugging me to not be up to date. I really want to catch up so I can feel like I'm in the present when I'm talking and not trying to remember films that I watched quite a while ago now. So yes, thank you for watching, and I will be back soon.